Welcome to the Z Zone, where random facts rule everything, from mind-blowing history to science, tech, pop culture, and the stuff you never knew you needed to know. If it's strange, surprising, or straight up unbelievable, it lives right here. Fast facts, big surprises. This is Z Zone, where curiosity never clocks out. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Everything According to Z. Today's episode, we're still going to give you facts, but these are more, let's call this the top 12 laws around the world that you probably have not heard of. So there are a whole bunch of laws out there. People know, people don't know. But there are some really, really weird ones that you have to really question. But then yet again, if it's a law, that means somebody did it, and whoever did it, the person who put it in law did not like it. So now they have laws about this. But before we dive into that information, slow down, pump your brakes, Let's go over a few things. So I want to first go over our sponsors for the show. Our first sponsor of the shows here at Everything According to Z is brought to you by A Better Butter Cookie. Now, A Better Butter Cookie comes in 3 flavors. Original butter. And there's lemon and there's strawberry. And I must tell you, you cannot go wrong with either flavor of A Better Butter Cookie. So if you want to put an order in for a Better Butter Cookie, please, in the comment of today's show, leave a comment that says order. And when I see it, I will give you the information on how to order a Better Butter Cookie. By far, one of the best tasting cookies out there. 3 flavors: original butter, lemon, and strawberry. And then our second sponsor for today's show is Big Daddy Racing. All my car enthusiasts out there, everybody who loves to watch a good drag race or NASCAR race or street racing, if you have any questions or anything you want to know about racing needs, please, in the comments of today's show, put down racing, and I will make sure that you get I will make sure we get the information over to you for Big Daddy Racing. Not only did Better Butter Cookie and Big Daddy Racing sponsor their show, they also sponsored my ties. I love a good tie. All my ties are brought to you by A Better Butter Cookie and Big Daddy Racing. Now, with that being said, let's also go over 4 house rules. We got 4 rules, just 4. One, like the video. I can't do this. Well, I can do it. I'm going to do it regardless. Like the video. Rule number 2, subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe. Let's get more subscribers in here. Let's share the wealth of knowledge that we're giving out today on each show. So we got like, subscribe. Number 3 is turn on your notifications so you don't miss all these weird, quirky, random, off-the-wall laws, facts, whatever you want to call them, quick bits, quirks, whatever. So do that for me. You don't want to miss this. These are great things to understand and learn about. And then 4, share the videos out. Please just share the videos out. Help me get the word out there. Help me spread this information out there to people that y'all know that could use a good laugh or a good or a good ha-ha moment. So again, we're going to like the videos. We're going to subscribe to the channel. We're going to turn on the post notifications, and we're going to share the lives out, okay? And share all the, just share, like, follow, and turn on your notifications, okay? Now, let's get into these rules, or as we call them, laws. Now, this first one, I think a lot of people know about this one already, but I found it to be a good one I'm going to share with you. This one is called the No Chewing Gum in Singapore Law. Singapore has heavily restricted the sale and import of chewing gum to keep their public spaces clean. Why are they doing this? Because you all do not understand how to properly dispose of your chewing gum. Once you're through chewing your gum, you find the paper that it came in, you put the gum in that paper, crumble it up, and you throw it in the trash can. Y'all out here putting it under your desk, under your chairs, under some random table, some random park bench. You put it on you spill it on the concrete. You just spit. Do you know that you spit your gum out and animals will come chew? Like, do you know how many chewing gum deaths are occurred by animals every year because y'all do not know how to throw away a chewing gum? I'm gonna tell you next week on part 2 of this show. But yes, Singapore said because y'all cannot dispose of it, you can't chew it in Singapore. That means when I go to Singapore, I can no longer chew gum there because y'all can't do what y'all supposed to do. Doggone it. Now I'm mad at y'all. That's on y'all, not me on y'all. Yep. Okay. Now, rule number 2. Ladies, I'm so sorry for this. I'm so sorry. But in Greece, you can't wear high heels to the monuments. There's a no high heel policy by visitors that visit the ruins of the ancient Greek monuments because your heels are going to dig into the limestone and put holes in the stone and mess up the monument. So if you're going to Greece, ladies, let me not just say ladies, people, if you're going to Greece to see the monuments, please do not wear your high heel shoes. The Greece do not want you to put holes in the ground, in the stones as you're walking. So keep that in mind. Go to Greece, enjoy the food, enjoy the sights, enjoy the people. Just no heels, okay? No heels. Okay. This was a little fishy. Law number 3 is it's kind of fishy. It's fishy. I'm not sure how to. It's fishy. Leave it there. It's fishy. Well, why is it fishy? Well, here's why it's fishy. Let me explain to you why. Law number 3 is fishy. In the UK, there's a law that says it's illegal to handle salmon. That's kind of fishy. The law, it sounds ridiculous, but it's created to combat illegally fishing and trafficking of salmon. So my question to the parliament, the government in UK is, did a salmon come to y'all? Did the Salmon Council come to y'all because they felt they was handled inappropriately and now they want to be protected from being handled? So y'all passed a law that says you cannot handle salmon. That Salmon Council is up to something. It's fishy, very fishy. Come on, fish. You get it. I'm not going to explain to you. Now, number 4. Law number 4. The no RBF in Milan, Italy. The law states that in Milan, Italy, you must smile. No ifs, no ands, and no buts about it. You must smile in Milan. In public. Well, there's a few exceptions. Slow down. There's a few exceptions where you don't have to smile. Funerals and hospitals. Other than that, you cannot wear your RBFs. What's RBF? Resting beep face. So leave those resting boop, faces at home, checking in your luggage, at the airport, in the Uber, or whatever you're gonna do. But when you're in Milan, you must smile, and you better smile, or you're gonna be in trouble. I wonder what the punishment is for not smiling in Milan. See, I'm always smiling, so I ain't gonna problem with that. I'm always smiling, so I'm going to be okay in Milan. But for those out there who don't smile, get the RBF face, the RBF, resting boot face, you may want to work on that if you're going to Milan anytime soon. Just saying. Okay. Let's move on to law number 5. Law number 5. This one. I want to say men, but in today's time, I gotta say people. So the law in Samoa says forgetting your wife's birthday can get you in trouble. So this is a very strange law of record, but it says you can face legal consequences for forgetting your wife's birthday. So I wonder what the penalty is if you forget your anniversary. Because people have always said that men tend to always forget the anniversary or their wife's birthday. But we know the law says you can face legal consequences for forgetting her birthday. But what about forgetting the anniversary? So, people, ladies, gentlemen, if you're ever in Samoa and it's a birthday or anniversary trip, don't forget it. Please keep in mind while you're there. Happy anniversary, happy birthday. You can't forget it or you will face legal consequences. I just want to make sure you put it out there. Don't forget. Now, law number 7, law, whatever you want to say. Number 7, law number 7. As I said before, these laws are in place because somebody has done something or somebody somewhere complained about something, so they made a law for it. This law is for Venice. No feeding the pigeons. Feeding the pigeons is prohibited to protect the historical buildings from damage and excessive bird populations. In other words, the more you feed the pigeons in Venice, the more they fly around and poop everywhere, it's going to mess the buildings up. So they're saying, oh, we don't want to overpopulate the city area with birds and stuff, so don't feed them. In other words, if you feed them, they fly through here and poop everywhere. We don't want that. So I'm going to tell you a little story around this feeding of birds and pigeons in Venice. My parents could not move to Venice because every morning, if you go visit my parents, every morning they go out there and feed the birds bread, popcorn, crumbs, something. They feed them something. They feed them something every morning. They feed them. And I cannot sit here and tell you how they would act if they could not feed the birds. So, mom, dad, you can't move to Venice, or you can't go to Venice because you can't feed the birds there because they don't want the bird being excessive and overpopulating the area. So, if you're in Venice, don't feed the pigeons, or else you'll be facing consequences. Okay. Now, number 7. Nope. I think we're on number 8. I think we're on number 7. The next law. We'll stop counting. The next law. Okay. This one's a little weird. This one's a little off the track. So, in Western Australia, you are not allowed to own more than 110 pounds of potatoes. Okay. In fact, it is very much illegal to own more than 110 pounds of potatoes. And this is actually as effective as early as 2021. So I'm not sure, but what are you doing 110 pounds of potatoes in the first place? Making bootleg vodka or something? Like 110 pounds of potatoes? Like what are you trying to do? Like why do you need 110 pounds of potatoes? So the average bag comes in 5 pounds. So we all know 5 times 2 is 10. So shut up, I'm doing the math. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So 20 pounds of 5 pounds bags is 100 pounds. So you need 12 pounds of potatoes, 22 pounds. You need 22 bags of potatoes. Why on God's green earth do you need 110 pounds or 22 bags of potatoes in your house? You're making vodka. I know what you're doing. Send me a bottle. Send me a bottle. But yeah, you can't have more than 110 pounds in Western Australia. Keep that in mind. No, you can't have it. Okay, next law. In Sri Lanka, it is said, and the law is, you cannot take a selfie in front of the statue with Buddha. Why can't you take a selfie in Sri Lanka with Buddha? Well, they say their rule, this is their law, this is what they say, it is disrespectful to turn your back to Buddha. So, yeah, you. So first of all, if I'm going to Sri Lanka, are y'all going to pay for my photographer to come with me to take my pictures with the statue? Because I love a good selfie. And I love a good selfie. Hold it, yeah, selfie, hey. But my back, so if I walk up to Buddha, I gotta walk backwards from Buddha because I can't turn back on the statue. I mean, but yeah, and you can actually get into legal trouble. Like you can get into some serious legal trouble in Sri Lanka if you turn your back towards the statue of Buddha. So if you're listening, if you're watching, if you go to Sri Lanka, take a photographer with you or have somebody take the picture for you so you don't get in trouble. Yeah, these laws, man, like I wonder who really turned their. I mean, like people are so. I mean, some of these people, some things are just so petty, don't make sense. Like I'm still confused myself about that one. That's just insane. But hey, it is what it is. No selfies in Sri Lanka with the statue Buddha. Okay. Okay. So next law. In parts of the Caribbean, it is illegal to wear camouflage unless you're part of the military. But so if I go to the Caribbeans, I must leave my camouflage shorts at home because I can't wear them because I'm not military personnel. Huh. So that means any clothing article that has camouflage in it, you can't wear in certain parts of the Caribbean. I wonder if somebody put some camouflage on, try to do something, and try to run and hide, and they couldn't find them. I don't know. I don't live there. It's not my law. It's their law. So if you go to Caribbeans, don't wear camouflage. Just don't do it. Leave it at home. Don't pack it. Whatever. Okay. Two more laws. Okay, so in Quitman, Georgia, the law states that chickens can't cross the road alone. So that whole joke, why the whole joke is why the chicken cross the road? Well, in Quitman, Georgia, there's no joking about the chicken crossing the road because if your chicken crossed the road by itself in Quitman, Georgia, you will be in trouble. Yes, you. Chickens must be under control by their owners. Chickens cannot cross the public road by themselves. They got to be on a leash or something. They got to be with their owner. I wanted a bunch of chickens run through the road and cause an accident, and they didn't know who to blame it on. So they said, you know what, forget it. No more crossing the road for chickens. So that means the chicken can't. Oh, that's a weird one, but it's a law in Quitman, Georgia. Your chickens cannot cross the road by themselves. So, in short, if you own chickens in Georgia, Quitman, Georgia, walk your chickens on a leash, cross the road, where you gotta go to. Okay. Last one. We all love a good practical joke. Who doesn't? Oh my God, a good practical joke is so good. It's funny to watch it unfold and everything happens and it's just so funny. But there's one joke that you cannot do in Louisiana. This law is called the No Surprise Pizza Law. So y'all know back in the day when you had to call up Pizza Hut, we still do it now, but when we did go on our phone and doing an app and just place the order in the app, back when we had to actually get the phone, they had the whole line on there, landline phone, call up Pizza Hut or Domino's and place the order via phone. Well, yeah, I remember how we used to call or pizza to another address to joke. Yep. Well, in Louisiana, you can't do that. See, it's all fun and games. Somebody get hurt. Well, supposedly somebody got really hurt for ordering pizzas to somebody else's house. So now the law says no surprise pizza deliveries in Louisiana. So all you pizza delivery jokers, be careful. You could face some fines for that. All right. Here's what I got. Bonus one. A bonus law. This one's gonna make you think. Okay. The bonus law, that's not the bonus law, but it's the law on a list, but it's an extra one I'm gonna give to you. The bonus one. The law states that you cannot wear your protective suit of armor in the parliament in the UK. So, according to the UK officials, you cannot wear your suit of armor in the parliament. But from my understanding, you wore a suit of armor if you were securing the property or if you was inside securing things. So does that mean that the security guards who wore the suits of armor couldn't wear their armor to be on duty in the parliament? Huh. So did the knights not go into the parliament when they had to go in there for something? They had to disrobe or take their armor off before going in? Huh. I don't know. It's their law. It ain't my law, it's their law. So, in closing, I have a question for y'all. I have a question for all you out there. I have a question for you. In the comment section, tell me, if you was arrested for breaking one of these laws, which one would it be? And what would your defense be of why you broke that law? Again, the question in closing, if you was arrested for breaking one of the laws I listed above, what law would you have broken? And what would your defense be? So, again, thank you. Have a great day. Enjoy your time. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and share, and turn notifications on. And I will talk to y'all next time. See you next week for The Weird Rules Part 2. Good night. Good day.